it's funny that you have to pick the job that doesn't require as much brain power, because you know that any job which requires any form of intelligence, women would absolutely supersede men in any way, shape, and form. It's funny.
Construction does concern brain. You have to have brain power to be at a construction
No,
site.
you don't. See, and this is the length at which you're going to justify your misogyny. You literally just said that construction requires a lot of brain power. That is ridiculous,
Yeah, you do.
which
You
is
have to
typical
angle
tactics
things
of
like
misogynists.
you.
As a feminist, I understand that women would just simply dominate men in any situation that involve actual thinking and intelligence and brain power, which is funny, but it's fine, it's fine. But it's truly sad that the men in this chat are so bitter and they're so refusing to undo their misogyny that they want to stay here and just lie. Like you really just said construction requires brain power. What are you thinking? What are you truthfully thinking? Why are you so dishonest? What is up with you? Did you really just say that construction requires brain power? Are you serious? The reason you brought that up is because you know that outside of raw physical strength, that women dominate men in every way, shape, and form. Just accept it. Just accept it. Okay?
So when you
Accept
say
it.
not brain, like okay, so you know at construction sites you have to angle things and actually have to calculate things for it to be
Off
built. You
with the
can't have a
lies.
piece of
Stop lying. Just stop lying. Just accept that women are stronger than men. It's not difficult. KSI would be proud of you. KSI will bless you as long as you just be honest and accept that women are stronger than men. That's all you need to do. Do that and KSI will bless you.
Hey, listen, one more thing. If women are stronger than men, how come men always beat on bitches and we win?
And now you're using profanities against women, which is against the terms of service of my life. And so you've been removed. KSI will not allow you into heaven. And that's a bad thing. Respect KSI, man. Our Lord and Savior. Hey, how old are you?
Hello, can you hear me?
How old are you?
I'm 23.
What do you want to debate?
I just wanted to say that when you use misogyny is an illness, you're kind of taking away the intentionality behind misogyny.
No, yeah, and I apologize for that. And that is something which people have pointed out to me before, and I agree with you. When I say misogyny is an illness, I do understand that it can take responsibility away from the misogynistic men
Yeah.
who choose to act in that way. And so I do understand what you're saying. And so I'm just doing it to try and draw the men in so
Oh,
they can
yeah,
actually.
I can see
But
that.
no, I agree with you that it is, of course, a very harmful mindset to view women as lesser just on the basis of their sex. And so, yeah, I appreciate you coming and saying that. And you are 100% correct. I'm just doing it just for the sake of the title. But yes.
Yeah, and I just wanted to.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were done. Sorry. This person left a disgusting comment, a very disgusting comment. I'm going to mute you for the rest of the stream. Don't ever leave disgusting comments like KSI is anything bad. By nature, KSI is perfect. He's omnibenevolent, omnipotent, and omniscient. He's extremely intelligent. Don't you ever disrespect him again. God damn it. Oh God. No God. The only man in the sky is KSI. Let's move to the next person. Double tap the screen. I love KSI so much. Let me join. Don't use his name to try and join. It's rude. Hey, how old are you?
I'm 22.
What do you want to debate, my dear boy?
Women are stronger than men? Like you mean
Right.
physically or emotionally?
Emotionally, intellectually, socially, physically, in every way, shape, and form, women absolutely dominate men.
I mean, I don't know about every way. Maybe.
Except from raw strength. That's the only one. Lifting weights, that's the only situation where men slightly better. But women are better socially. They dominate educationally, economically, intellectually, basically in every way, shape, and form. These are simple facts. I don't know why you disagree with basic facts.
I mean, I think it varies based on the individual. No.
Yeah, in every way, shape, and form. But the generalities, that's obviously what we're talking about. In general, women supersede men. Women do better than men in the workplace. They're more mature, more intelligent, more sensible, more intellectually smart and emotionally capable. They just absolutely are so much better. Why do you continually deny basic facts? Like, I don't understand it. Like, it's just ridiculous.
I think this is satire. No.
And see, now you're being foolish that you won't address my point. You'll just call it satire when you're realizing I'm saying actual facts that women are, in fact, way better than men in every way, shape, and form and absolutely supersede them. All the statistics indicate this. 90% of people arrested for assault, domestic abuse, rape, child abuse are men. And you come here and deny that women are socially better at controlling themselves, smarter when they're educationally better, they're earning more in the workplace in developed countries. In every way, shape, and form, women are beating men. And you don't understand this because you're not a feminist. You're not like me. You don't have you weren't blessed by the Lord KSI to be intellectually smart and learn to respect women. And another thing that you don't realize is, and that is truly sad, is that I don't make mistakes. I'm not just like the rest of you. I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better. And that you people should be thanking Christ that I am who and what I am because you need me. That's the point.
Like homie?
It's ridiculous. Anyway, what is your point? What do you want to say?
I mean, I don't know. I honestly think this is a satirical vibe. But
Can you
hey,
actually address the points that I made, can you address the points that I made, and that all the data indicates that women are beating men in the workplace and educational wise, women are staying in college longer and they're out earning in developed countries and G7 nations such as the UK, Canada, the United States, Australia. Women are in fact out earning men in the workplace, especially younger women. And so, can you address those points, or are you going to keep saying it's satire when I bring you statistics that defeat what you're saying?
I don't know if that's. I think that's true for under 30, right?
Right,
But
exactly. That's the trend that we're noticing.
30,
But what you'll find is that, of course, especially a century ago, years ago, in fact, I think it was up until like 1950s or 60s that women weren't able to open a bank account without men, which is truly sad that we were so disgustingly misogynistic in the past. But yes, of course, with older generations, women aren't going to be doing as well because they had to deal with such a harmful patriarchy that was misogynistic and kept them down. But now when you see that men can't forcefully keep women down, they're overtaking them, and all the data indicates that. So can you address any of that point, any of those points?
Well, I think that the are you in college?
What on earth does that have to do with anything that I said?
No, I'm just wondering. Like I think in the U.S. it's 60% of college grads are women these days.
All I know is that it's definitely the majority are women. I don't know the exact percentages, but I do know that with men it is falling to lower percentages, 40, 30%, and women it is increasing like 50, 60%. So I think you'd probably be right. But yes, majority of women are in fact, graduating.
Yeah, and I think it's predominantly due to the fact that things like college and academic jobs are generally geared towards people that are higher in traits like openness and conscientiousness, which generally, yeah, you're right, women typically are.
Yes, and that's a type of emotional strength to be open and conscientious and intelligent. Yes, and being able to control yourself, sit down, learn something, be disciplined, get through it, like which will require to get through college. Women do supersede men in these ways. And that's why I say women are literally stronger in these ways. You just said it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, in those ways. But if you were to go to a construction site, like the majority of people working those jobs are going to be men. I think
you literally go back to the point where I literally said, yes, the only situation in men supersede women would be with raw strength. In every other way, shape, and form, women overtake men. So of course you have to always go back to that point. And let me give you a few statistics. Let me give you a few statistics so you know how ridiculous this is. So 99.6% of those arrested for acid attacks were men. 99.3% of those arrested for child pornography are men. 99% of those arrested for mass pewings are men. 99% of those arrested for rape. 96% for child SA. 95% for animal abuse. 95% for domestic abuse. 94% for bestiality, and 92% of for necrophilia are men. So why is it so in the vast majority of these awful, deplorable acts are men? Can you explain to me why that's the case and why it's not women? And you'll still say that men are emotionally stronger and better at controlling themselves? What's your response?
No, I'm not saying that. I think it's differences between the two psyches.
Right, exactly. Women have a lot stronger of a psyche of controlling themselves and being decent people and respecting themselves. Men don't, which is why they make up all those awful statistics in the vast, vast majority.
I mean, I guess.
Right, thank you. Okay, you agree. You guess. Thank you very much. I'll take that as Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, and you can look these statistics up. If you think I'm lying, Google is free. There's plenty of sources and studies that literally indicate this. Literally. Go ahead and look it up. Google's free. Dan TDM over KSI. Okay, and you're getting muted as well.
Jose
Don't.
letting you hit shit skin.
Pardon? What did you say? Okay, debate divine order. I'm not debate. I debate him literally. You can go and check the YouTube for that debate. The YouTube say go and check that debate for. I literally debated him literally the other day. I'm not debating him now. Like, you guys really need to look around before you ask questions. Do subscribe if you feel like it. It does help go a long way, as well as gift as well and follow. It does help the stream. Hey, how old are you?
I'm 80 years old. I would like to say get off KSI.
Oh goodness. Okay, and you were trolling anyways. See, I could already sense you were trolling. Like through the spirit of KS, I literally knew you were going to be trolling, and I kicked you off whilst you were coming to troll, which is truly hilarious. It's quite funny. Anyways, give me a moment. Give me a moment, everyone. Double tap the screen again. Feel free to join the Discord through the link in the bio as well if you want to have conversations there. Feel free to come up if you disagree with any of the points. Helps go a long way. And give me a moment. 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 Double tap the screen as well. Just sorting stuff out. But yeah, truthfully, it really does, help a lot if you guys support as well as subscribe. It helps the streams out a lot. Just give me a moment. I'm sorting out some stuff. All right. Anyways, okay. If you want to join, make sure you're 18 years old and above, and do make sure that you disagree with any of the points above. All right. Let's move to the next person. Double tap the screen. God damn it. Oh God.
Hey, how are you? From the screen with the range. What up, man? That's my
Please, if you're gonna sing it, I'm okay with that, and I'd encourage you to sing it. It's actually therapeutic, and I'd assure you, if there were studies done in that listening to KSI music, in fact, probably helps people. But if you're gonna sing it, make sure your audio's clear. Hey, how old are you?
I'm 39.
What do you want to debate?
I just got here. I was just scrolling through. I just saw your page. I'm just looking at reading off what you say. Abortion is a right. I think everybody has the right to free will. I wouldn't necessarily say abortion is the right thing to do, but abortion, technically, everybody has free will. You can do what you want in this life.
Okay, so you agree that abortion is a right. Okay, let's move to the next point then.
Women are stronger than men. I have a funny story with that. I would say they are not. I say it in this way. Women are quick to have children. And I mean it as a joke. I've said this many times. Like, how many times have you got hit in the balls and said, "Oh, yeah, do that again," versus a woman saying, "Would you have another baby after going through all that pain?" All of them say, "Yeah." It's just a joke, though. I know women.
So let's look at those two. So one is a biological instinct that literally purports the survival of the human species. The other is just painful, and then nothing else happens. Do you see how ridiculous it is? Hold on one second, my dear boy. Do you see how ridiculous it is to compare the two?
That's why I say it's a joke.
One that literally purports the species, and one that achieves nothing but just pain. They're both painful, but one literally increases the human species. So why on earth would you compare two completely different things?
Again, I said it 3 times to you. I said it was a joke. I always say it as a joke. I know it's not. It was just a joke.
And they realize that they have no good points, so all they can do is come up in here and just joke. Like, what about this is a joke? These are very serious issues we're talking about. And if you are a good feminist, you want to actually, contribute to helping these issues instead of just joking, because misogynistic people joke about these very serious things. Hey, how old are you?
Jose ain't gonna let you hit shit skin.
Wow, racism. Unsurprising. I think there's a massive overlap, probably like 2 circles on top of each other between racists and misogynist. They're probably massively overlap. Just bigoted people or just quite evil. And this is why I say I believe it to be a mental illness. Like there's actually something mentally wrong with you to hate someone on the basis of their skin color or their sex. And it's truly wild. Truly wild. And it's embarrassing. God damn it. Let's move into the next guest. Guys, feel free to subscribe as well as contribute to the goal as well. Helps go a long way. Hey, how old are you? How old are you? Okay, and he left. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm trolling about the fact that these statistics are literally true. Like, are you blind? Like, are you blind? These are, you can look these up. Like, you can literally look these up. What do you mean trolling? You can look up these statistics. They are true. Google is free. Oh my goodness. Like, it's like you want to be kept down. I'm trying
Hello?
you out. You need me to save you.
What's going on, man?
How old are you?
I'm 18, yeah.
What do you want to debate, son?
Well, I've been seeing you talking about abortion. I'd like to talk a bit about that.
Yeah, sure. Why do you disagree with abortion?
Well, all I'm saying is if I went to a party, and
In fact, let me ask you a different question because I don't care about hearing your party or your law. It's not very interesting. I don't think anyone would like
that's
it.
not very, that's kind of rude,
One
actually.
second, my dear boy. Just listen. But the point, what I should ask is, why do you want to imprison women for just wanting to have control over their bodies?
Well, basically, this isn't to be, some people are trying to, change the rules of the world, and all I'm saying is that if someone's a fan.
All right. I don't believe that you're in the right space to debate. I don't even know what you're saying. I don't even think you understood what you were saying. So let's move on to the next person. Hey, how old are you?
The hose ain't gonna let you hit shit skin.
Aw, more racism. Aw. 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 Anyone who unironically uses the term hose is simply just embarrassing. Animus.
God.
How old are you, Angel?
I'm 18. I'm 18.
What do you want to debate?
I don't really disagree with any of the things up there. It's just, what do you mean by misogyny is an illness?
Good. If you're in the mindset where you despise women on the basis of simply being women, truthfully, I believe that there's something mentally wrong with you. I don't think that's a healthy mindset to have. People who think like this are the ones like who don't want to give women rights. They're the same type of groups that don't want women to speak or don't want to take women's voices out of society, which is truly insane and embarrassing. It's the same type of people that do female genital mutilation, which male genital mutilation, circumcision is bad. Just let me speak, just don't interrupt. Male genital mutilation, which is circumcision, is already bad because you're unconsensually mutilating babies, which is the same people who seem to be against gender reassignment surgery, but are okay with mutilating babies through circumcision, which is a simple contradiction, which makes no sense. But regardless, that's moving off topic. But these same people who are misogynistic want to do female genital mutilation, which basically is just punishing women, and it's just very cool practice to do. So if you're in that mindset, I believe you're mentally ill, and I hope we could refer you to an institution so that you become a feminist and you can not believe these harmful things.
That's fair. That's a good way to look at it. I feel like they're just beliefs that have been programmed into people from young, innit? It's just you get taught stuff, and I don't feel like it is a mental illness because I've seen people who've been racist, and when they've learned actually about the things that they're talking about, they understand the things more.
I agree that utilizing the word illness kind of takes responsibility away from the people that are doing these things. So I do accept that it should probably be like a terrible mindset, but illness is just to show how bad it is. When I use the term illness, it really shows how damaging and harmful it is, not just to the person who's doing it, but to the people around them. So that's the point which I'm trying to make.
All right, well, yes, thank you.
Appreciate it. Let's move on to the next person. See, another feminist. KSI would be proud. KSI would be so proud of you. So proud. All right, double tap the screen as well. Let's get some more. Hey, how old are you?
18. KSI would be proud as crazy. So, I don't know if I could really say abortion is a right. I'm also looking at this from the perspective of American law. So, which law are we referring to here? Or which right? How are we going to define a right? Let's get there first.
I'm talking about the fact that it should be a right, and abortion is a moral thing. This is a debate on moral philosophy, not legal rights. But I mean, I could argue that, but that's not what I'm trying to argue right now. Especially as I've been alive for quite some time. I'm not.
So, morally speaking, then, I feel like you have the right to life, and you would have the right to be born because of that right to life.
So when do you think the right to personhood or the right that would make it that if I unalive you, it would be murder? When do you think that occurs?
I think it occurs whenever you start being either developed or whenever you're already developed.
What is that? You have an actual. We need an actual like point. You're just being very vague. So conception. That's when if you unalive it after conception, that is murder, first degree murder, correct?
I'd say it's still schmurder even if you're doing it while it's being conceived and developed.
What does that mean? So like what?
So while you were being formed in the womb, I would still say it's still murder.
I'm talking about conception. Is it murder after conception?
Yeah, I'd say so. Well, up to a certain point, though.
Stop saying to a certain point. It either is or it isn't. Like, it's not at a certain point. So after conception, is it murder? That's a question I'm asking. Okay, so all women who get abortions should go to prison for 25 to life is the disgusting statement that you're saying.
Well, what I'm saying is the doctors should, not necessarily the women. I think that they've been kind of
being ridiculous. If a woman unalived her 6-year-old child, would you say she should go to prison for 25 to life?
Well, no, but the thing is, she's the one doing it. In the abortion's case, it's the doctor doing it.
Just listen. She's still okay. So if a woman lets someone else murder her child or ask someone else to do it and they do it, would she then be liable for some sort of crime?
It depends on.
And now you're being ridiculous. And regardless, it is the fact that she's causing her child to be murdered. She is literally enforcing her child to be murdered. That's literally what she's doing. So statistically, based on your logic, just listen. 1 second, my dear boy, just listen. Based on your logic, that woman would have to go to, prison for 25 to life because she's, murdering a child. That's literally what she's doing. So you're just being inconsistent. And I know it's hard when you realize that misogynistic views lead to very absurd and disgusting conclusions.
Misogynistic.
I know it.